So here we are with Matt Orr, Hong Kong footballer, Shanghai Port player. I always think that athletes and musicians have so much in common.
As far as I can remember, I've always had a ball at my feet.
Shanghai, you moved recently, right?
Yes, in January. It's a city in China that I always wanted to have the experience to live in.
You started your career as a defender and then you turned into a striker. Which pressure is heavier, stopping someone from scoring or being expected to score all the time?
People remember goals, right? And they remember the big moments, and that kind of falls on a striker.
How football players pick their numbers? Is it something you decide or they give you?
The Hong Kong national team, I wear 9. Shanghai, I pick 14.
But do you care?
I like having a nice number on my back, but I don't care too much.
Do you think that fans sometimes can be too harsh?
Yeah, I mean, I think fans can be pretty brutal, to be honest. Guys like Ronaldo and Messi are getting criticism, but I mean, if they're getting criticism, then everyone's going to get criticism, right?
They write that you are Cristiano Ronaldo of Hong Kong. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm left-footed. There's less common to be.
You can be right-handed but left-footed?
Yeah.
Sorry.
They say left-footers look better when they play football, but I don't know. Messi's left-footed and he looks good when he plays, so.
I need to show you something.
This was my first year of playing professional football. I would never do them now. It cringes me out a little bit seeing it now.
What do you wish probably fans knew about after-match moment of a player?
Athletes are normal people too, and we have the same emotions.
One thing I'm secretly very bad at.
Math. Awful at math. I would really like to go to Xintiandi. It reminds me a bit of New Zealand from the videos I've seen.
If your career life right now was a football match, what minute are you in?
Oof, still a lot I want to achieve and do. Yeah.
So here we are with Matt Orr, Hong Kong footballer, Shanghai Port player. Especially excited to have you here today because you are the first athlete here. And so here we are. And also as a musician, I always think that athletes and musicians have so much in common. So I'm really excited to talk about everything between.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's my pleasure.
So you had training this morning, right?
Yes. At the moment, we're in the middle of our season currently. So we're halfway through. So we do have training every morning.
Do you want to bring him over?
I'll put him here. I'll put him
Yes.
here. This is Rocco. He's a little bit shy, but I think he's okay.
How is the normal day of an athlete looking like?
Our training time starts at 11, but we have to arrive at 10. But I usually get up around 7:30 to 8. And then obviously I have to take him out, feed him, and then feed myself, and then get ready for training. And then we train from 11 to about 1. And then sometimes we have some gym extras training after training, or any of individual extra training you want to do by yourself. And then typically I've got the afternoon to myself, and I just take him around Shanghai, take him to the park, things like that.
Spend time together quite a lot.
He's almost still a puppy, so he's still quite needy, as you can see.
I usually ask that podcast the first question when their conversation started with China, and in your case, probably with Shanghai. You moved recently, right?
Yes, in January.
How is it going so far?
Living in Shanghai, it's a city in China that I always wanted to have the experience to live, and the fact I get to play for Shanghai Port now, I'm super grateful for that opportunity. Yeah. And I love the city. You know, I think it kind of reminds me of Hong Kong in a way. It's developed so much, and there's so many different cultures here. And there's so much good food, so many good things to do in the city as well. And, you know, I love just walking around the city with Rocco and just exploring new parts. So I'm loving it right now.
What was that crucial moment for you when you thought, okay, actually, I can make a career out of this?
My dad was actually a football player previously in New Zealand. Ever since I was born, it was kind of introduced to me at such a young age. My biggest role model growing up, besides my family, was a player called Steven Gerrard. He played for Liverpool. Yeah, I was obsessed with him. And in 2006, actually, after they won the Champions League, they had a tour to Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. And I was 8 years old at the time, and I had the chance to walk on the pitch with him as one of the mascots.
How was that moment?
That was yeah, I mean, it was still one of the best moments of my life. I remember being super shy because this guy was like my hero. Yeah. And one of the best players in the world at the time. So yeah, it was incredible, to be honest. And at the time, he was already my role model, but after that, he kind of just elevated to a different kind of status. As far as I can remember, I've always had a ball at my feet, and that's kind of been my one genuine passion. And I'm happy when I've been playing football from so young. So that's kind of just stuck with me. And, you know, as I progressed through the ranks and years, that's when I kind of really decided that I'd love to try and do this for a full-time career. And yeah, now that I'm able to do that, I'm kind of living my dream. So yeah, I'm very appreciative of that.
When people look at you, they see part of New Zealand, Hong Kong, and mixed background, footballer, international career. Growing up between cultures can be beautiful, but it can also be sometimes confusing, but not in a way that you don't have a certain home, but you have a couple of. How did you navigate this between cultures, lifestyle, or you got used to it, or it took a time for you to understand it
I
better?
think being born and growing up in Hong Kong, it's ingrained in you from early. And I also went to an international school where there's kids from all over, so you're just exposed from it early, and you just become accepting and educated on so many different backgrounds and ethnicities. And I think I've been able to take that, especially at a young age, when you learn about all these things, when you're kind of still being nurtured and growing up. I think it's had a big impact on me until now. So when I've moved to the US or back to New Zealand or mainland China now, I've kind of taken all those things with me, and it's helped me with my adjustments pretty quickly.
You started your career as a defender and then you turn into striker, because I think those two positions, they require your opposite instincts in a way, right? As a defender, you kind of have to prevent danger, and as a striker, you kind of create the danger.
Yeah, in very simple terms, yes.
With my musician brain, I'm trying my best already. But I'm wondering how you adjust afterwards as a striker. Like, do you think your knowledge as a defender helps you to understand what's going on? Use that ability of being a former defender.
Having that experience as a defender and kind of knowing or understanding as a defender, what attackers did that made me feel really uncomfortable, or kind of what I really hated. And now going back as a striker, I'm like, or if I do these things, I know this makes defenders uncomfortable, and this is where I'm the biggest threat on the pitch. So that's kind of how I saw it, and it made that transition easier as well.
Maybe it can be a stupid question, but I get asked as a violinist all the time. They say if you are left-handed, like they always, I don't know why they always make this joke. They're like, oh, you play the violin reversed. I'm like, no. Like with the football, if you are lefty, righty, does it change anything?
I mean, I'm left-footed. It's less common to be.
So you are left-handed than left-footed? Is it a different thing?
Yes.
You can be right-handed but left-footed?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my moment of like.
They say left-footers look better when they play football, but I don't know. Messi's left-footed and he looks good when he plays. So
Except that it looks good. Does it give you other privileges?
as a player, if you're left-footed, obviously it's less common. So maybe for a coach, or you're competing for areas where it's dominated by left foot, like the left back or those types of positions, I think it does favor you, since in hindsight your competition's probably less, since there's less left-footed players out there. Yeah, I mean, you can be seen as a weapon as well as an attacking player if you're left-footed, for sure.
Which pressure is heavier, stopping someone from scoring or being expected to score all the time?
Definitely being expected to score. Yeah, I mean, as a defender, I think it requires less technique to defend rather than to score. And I think in the big pressure moments as a striker, when you're expected to deliver goals, people remember goals, right? And they remember the big moments, and that kind of falls on a striker. So I think the pressure to score goals was definitely bigger than the pressure to defend, although both are equally as important.
Yeah, but as you say, people just remember goals that you took or didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So if you miss a goal or miss a big chance, you're going to be the headline as well as if you score the winner.
Fun fact. As a musician, when I get to a concert, like I don't really get to enjoy it 100% anymore because I understand a lot of details and I cannot unsee it if I see something wrong. And now, especially, we are in the season of like a World Cup, and you as a footballer, when you watch a match, do you enjoy it 100% or you are like more looking at it from a professional perspective?
I mean, I definitely still enjoy it a lot. I think, I'm football obsessed, whether it's the World Cup or any kind of game, really, I do love watching football a lot, and I tend to watch as much football as possible. But I'd say I probably watch it differently from a fan, as any footballer really. You watch your best players, you're constantly learning new things in the game and studying the game. For example, me, I love watching the best strikers in the world and just seeing how they execute at the highest level. Especially in the World Cup now, you see kind of the biggest stars on the biggest stage just executing and competing with one another and
giving their best.
Yeah, it's inspirational for sure.
Football fans are so emotional always. Like one day you are their hero, next day they just want you out. Do you think that fans sometimes can be too harsh, or this is part of this emotional intensity of football?
Yeah, I mean, I think fans can be pretty brutal, to be honest. I think there's ways of, for me, I don't pay attention to it. I kind of block it out. I don't read media. I try not to read social media and stuff just to avoid it, because I think it really has no benefit. Whether it's positive or negative, I don't think there's any real benefit for you. You know if you're doing well, and your coach or the people around you know if you're doing well. So I think that's all that you should really worry about. If I'm getting criticized a lot, or there's negativity coming my way, it's like, well, I'd rather be here than not be here. And if I'm getting that, it means I'm doing something right. So it's kind of the position I dreamed in to be, right, to be a football player. And with that comes a lot of attention, and with that comes a lot of, might be criticism, might be negativity, or it's the other side where you're just getting praised a lot. So, I mean, you see even like the guys on the bigger stage, they get it the most, which to me is crazy, how guys like Ronaldo and Messi are getting criticism. But I mean, if they're getting criticism, then everyone's going to get criticism.
Speaking of Ronaldo, I was like, even though you don't read media, but I tell you what they write. They write that you are Cristiano Ronaldo of Hong Kong. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
How does it feel like?
When I first heard it, obviously it's a nice compliment, but I mean, Ronaldo's on a different planet than most of us. So I wouldn't compare myself to Ronaldo at all. But obviously it's nice to hear it, but those are other people's opinions, so it's not something I label myself with.
You know, at the concert hall or backstage, I saw the best classical musicians like 5 minutes before they go on stage. Each one of them, they act differently. Like some people play really loud notes because they need to release energy. Some people just start laughing as like there is no tomorrow. Some are super quiet. So it's just like so many different ways of expressing excitement and tension. So I'm wondering what's happening like before you are on field. What are those 10 minutes before you are on the field?
For me, I actually don't have any specific rituals, just because I think I've always been in the mindset where if you have rituals and if you forget one or miss one on the day, and then you think about it in the game, you're like, I forgot this, so I might have a bad game. So I've always tried to be as free as possible before the games, just to be relaxed as possible. I don't know, talk to people in the change room, just be in your natural state, not really thinking about the game. Because for me, or for anyone, I think the best way to approach a game is the game starts on the Monday of training. If you've approached every day during that week and applied yourself in the right way and done all the necessary preparation, the game is kind of just execution, right? The game is just where you're going out to enjoy and execute everything you've practiced and everything you've prepared. So if you're approaching training every day at 100%, then I think the game is kind of like you're just going off your preparation. But if you haven't prepared well, then I think that's when, I don't know, the performances might not be as you'd like them to be.
I was always curious how football players pick their numbers. Is it something you decide or they give you?
You can decide, but it depends what's available.
Available, I see. Yours was 9 before. Are you still like...
For the Hong Kong national team, I wear 9. And I chose that because that's what the striker wears, is they're traditionally a number 9. Shanghai, I picked 14. There wasn't much available, to be honest, in Shanghai. So 14 was like, okay, I'll just take.
But do you care? Back to superstition.
I like having a nice number on my back, but I don't care too much. I like 14. There's a few numbers in my... 8's my favorite number, actually.
Okay.
But it would look weird if a striker's wearing number 8.
I need to show you something because my question is related to that. So what is this about? Like...
This was my first year of playing professional football. So many of my very close friends on the same team, we just do funny stuff after we score goals, you know, because we all think it's like such a good laugh. Honestly, that was one of my favorite years in football. After
scoring dance moves, is it like by the moment or you train? Like you do it in front of the mirror? I was like, if I score, this is how I'm
I wouldn't practice them in front of the mirror. But I knew, like, because all those celebrations I've taken from players around the world who scored and done those as well.
Oh, so this is a classic move? It's not like...
I wouldn't say classic, but they've been done before. Me and my friends would be like, oh, did you see his goal? Did you see his celebration? Like, oh, I thought it was really funny. And I would know in my mind, if I score, I'm going to do that next.
Beautiful, though.
I would never do them now, but looking back at them, I was so young. I just think I'm outgrown that, doing stuff like that. It cringes me out a little bit seeing it now.
There is always that moment when everything becomes quiet after the lights at the stadium off. It's just that moment of, doesn't matter, you had a good match, bad match, moment when you are staying alone with yourself. What do you wish probably fans knew about after match moment of a player?
I think it's just knowing that, although, you know, we're playing in front of these thousands of people every week and we play for these teams that they support so passionately. At the end of the day, you know, players, we're just normal people. You know, after games, if we've played really well or we haven't played well, you know, we're going through the same emotions that everyday people have. So if I could say anything to people, as we mentioned before, the criticism in sport, I think, is sometimes quite brutal and quite unfair. And I think they sometimes forget that, you know, athletes, we're just normal people as well. And maybe we haven't played well, but I promise you that the work we've put in the week and what we put into the game was 100%. And sometimes it just doesn't come off, and that's completely normal. It's impossible to play extremely well every single game. So maybe when people are getting on top of players after games, know that, you know, that player, he's the one person that knows better than anyone else that maybe he hasn't played as well as he should have played. And he's the one person that's going to be in his own head about it. So at those times, it's kind of like when you need the most support as well. So yeah, just to like remember that athletes are normal people too, and we have the same emotions.
That's a good message, though. It's a very fair message. I want you to finish the sentence. Home is not a place, it is...
Hong Kong.
I become extremely competitive when...
I step over the white lines.
One small everyday thing that makes me irrationally happy is...
Spending time with this guy, Rocco.
One thing I'm secretly very bad at is...
Math. Awful at math.
The world becomes better when people...
Smile.
Is there any Cantonese word or phrase you use often?
Cantonese? Probably can't say it on here.
If you could recommend places like be it Hong Kong or within mainland China.
I mean, I'd definitely recommend Shanghai, 100%. I think Shanghai is amazing. Hong Kong is a given. I'll definitely recommend those two cities. I would say are my favorite. I see there's a lot of incredible nature areas in China as well that I would like to explore myself. I would really like to go to Xintiandi.
Yeah.
It reminds me a bit of New Zealand from the videos I've seen. So
The nature, right?
yeah,
Probably.
I'd like to go explore there.
Yeah, they say it's very beautiful.
I have a few friends from Xinjiang as well, so
Okay.
I'm trying to get in their ears to take me.
If your career life right now was a football match, what minute are you in?
Oof, I would say halftime.
Maybe
Halfway.
warming up.
I wouldn't say I'm warming up. I'd say halfway.
Halfway.
Halftime. There's still a lot I want to achieve and do.
Would you rather take the last penalty or someone else taking it?
I mean, if the last penalty is an important one that needs to be scored, then I think, you know, I'm the type of player and person that wants that pressure on myself and something I feel comfortable doing.
From outside, it looks like so much pressure. I don't know. It's like heart rate and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, you definitely feel it for sure. I mean, you feel your heart going a million miles an hour,
Right.
and the pressure. But I think I would rather that responsibility be on me than anyone else.
And also, you're already there. You might as well be the one scoring it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's my job as a striker to score, right? So
What goes through your mind at that moment?
score, just score. I had a big penalty for Hong Kong actually last year, and it was just in the new stadium built in Hong Kong, and the biggest crowd we've ever had. It was like 50,000 people. And yeah, I just remember when we got the penalty, it was kind of just like I was just trying to be as positive in my own head as possible and relax as much as possible, and just tell myself like, this is literally a moment that you've dreamed of having since so young. Just, you know, just go through your routine. Don't think about anything too much and just execute. I did that time. I did execute.
Did you do the dance move?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I did a different one. Quite a good celebration.
Our careers also for athletes, you know you have a limited time. It motivates you or it makes you stressed about it?
Obviously, I think we'd all like to play for our whole lives, but I think for me it motivates me because, you know, I know my time is restricted, and obviously age is very valuable within sport. So I think it just puts me in a mindset to not waste any day, not waste any moment that I have with teammates, any training session, any game, is just to try and maximize every single day in terms of improvement and in terms of enjoyment. Even when it might be hard to enjoy it or you don't want to do it, just try and bring yourself back to the baseline and do it as much as possible. I have a little journal that I write in every day, and kind of to enjoy it and to maximize my training every day are kind of two common themes that I'm writing about. Yeah.
That's good to stay focused and in the moment, right?
Yeah.
I see from whatever you talk about, it's always just being in the moment.
I think when you think ahead, it's it's never really beneficial because you can get into your own head. It can make you worry about stuff, and most of the stuff never happens. The stuff that you're scaring yourself about never really happens.
You left home when you were 14?
Yes.
So if one day there is a young boy or girl watching this episode, then maybe in Hong Kong, New Zealand, Shanghai, or somewhere in the world, between cultures, what would you want them to understand based on your story?
If I had to say something to a young kid who wanted to be a footballer, just go all in. If that's what you really want to do and you have that ambition, go all in, do all the things necessary in terms of hard work and sacrifice that you need to make to put yourself in the best position to achieve what you want to achieve. Always believe in yourself, no matter what anyone else says. Just keep believing in yourself, because that self-belief is what's going to carry you through the hard times and ultimately will take you to the top where you want to make it.
That's a good message. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for your time. The athlete and first pet.
I'm glad Rocco could be the first pet. Thank you for having me. It's been fun. Oh, cheers.
Another day. Cheers. Thank you. Perfect cheat meal.
After a game, you know, if things go well, I do like to have a Shake Shack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's weird because after games, you don't typically, or from my experience, like guys aren't usually that hungry after games. So you don't want to be eating because you're always eating super healthy. It's like, I don't really want to have vegetables and salmon after a game. You know, I've just burned however many calories that you're allowed a cheat meal. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
a Shake Shack after the game is perfect.
Oh yeah, sounds good. They have it down there, by the way.